Welcome to this Learn to Meditate session number 3. Make sure that you have something comfy to sit on. So I'm sitting up on a cushion, a bolster, and you could always sit on a chair if you'd prefer. We need to make sure that we find a comfy space and props to support us in order to ensure that we can hold our position for the duration of our time together today. So whether you are joining live or you are watching the replay, make sure that you have any necessary supports. So I like to use the cushion underneath my sits bones, and then I also use a blanket underneath one or both knees. For me, it's one side more than the other. And you can sit in Sukhasana, cross-legged position like I am. You could support the legs or the knees with blocks as well, if that's better for you. Pillows, anything that can help to get you into a lower body kind of comfort supported position so that you can lengthen the crown up to the sky. And as you find yourself supported, make sure those sits bones are rooted down. And begin to think about getting long out of the waist. So the low spine, and then lengthening the middle of the spine and the upper spine all the way up to the sky, as if there was a string pulling you from the top of your head all the way up. And then maybe you'll want to roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Taking a nice inhale and exhale breath. And so we check these areas of our body as we begin to make sure that we are in optimal alignment to allow the breath and with it the energy to flow in our bodies. So we'll potentially draw our hands in a little bit toward our bodies and find Gyan Mudra, taking the thumb and the first finger together, and then just resting the hands on the thighs. Opening up the chest and the heart and letting the shoulders gently roll back as we engage lightly through the tummy. And your head is generally in alignment with your spine, maybe a tiny bit forward, but just nice long spine. Your gaze can either be down the bridge of your nose. If you find that when closing your eyes, everything begins to get really busy in the mind, just keep the gaze very, very soft right down the bridge of your nose. Or you can elect to close the eyes. You can take your tongue and gently touch it to the soft palate, just rolling it back slightly. And then you may even wish to allow a gentle smile to come across your lips. And we're relaxing the throat and the jaw, the shoulders, and beginning to become aware of how we are feeling in this moment. So each moment that passes brings with it a new opportunity for awareness, awareness of ourselves. And in the meditation practice, we are taking our awareness from external and our surroundings and bringing it inside of us for that deeper internal connection. And as you notice how you're feeling this evening, you might scan over the body just to make sure that you're comfy and you can hold this position. If you need to make any adjustments, always feeling free. But if you can hold, that will help to just keep your awareness inside. Sometimes the need to move our body comes actually from the mind telling us that we're uncomfortable or we need to move, when in fact it's really just trying to distract us. So perhaps you wish to set an intention for your practice today. And the intention I'd like to offer up is presence. Just creating presence within yourself and being open to however that manifests for you during your practice tonight. And we'll begin by bringing our awareness to that small area just beneath the nostrils. So almost that kind of upside down triangular area above the upper lip, encompassing the two nostrils. And as you bring your awareness there, we do this so that we can focus the mind and focus it to cultivate a deeper sense of focus for the mind. It often connects with gross sensation, but we're trying to refine the mind to notice more subtle sensation. So we begin by noticing the breath moving in and the breath moving out. And in meditation, we are not looking to have control over the breath. We're not looking to force the breath in or control the rhythm. This is really about naturally allowing things to be as they are and witnessing each breath, each inhale, and each exhale. And along with that, any sensation that may arise. And we begin with that small area, refining the focus of the mind and beginning to find that connection to ourselves through witnessing the breath. And notice if, as you begin to connect, if the mind begins to turn on. This will inevitably happen, and for many of us, it will happen frequently. And the beauty of this practice is each breath is an opportunity to start over. So when we notice ourselves become distracted, when thoughts take us away from the focus of the breath, the moment we notice, we come back to witness. And this is the practice, coming back each time. And you'll likely notice that each time you sit on your mat, it's different. Some days your focus may be refined and you may be able to prolong that connection to the breath and the sensation in the body for longer periods. And other days, it will be a little bit more of a struggle. You'll be carried away continually and you'll need to keep coming back time after time. And so, however this is presenting for you right now, just want you to acknowledge the present moment and continue to witness your breath. and the sensation. So if you're not feeling the physical presence of the breath, that's okay. You could imagine how it would feel for that cool breath, cool air to move over the upper lip and into the nostrils. And if you are feeling sensation with the breath, it may be cool or warm, it may be pressure. It may feel soft or hard within you. And any sensation is sensation, and all sensation is welcome because we work to accept what is in the moment. And just acknowledge that it is here for a moment and then it will pass. And the next moment will bring a new experience. So as we refine the mind, the focus becomes deeper and is able to pick up different levels of sensation. We'll begin now to expand our awareness gently up the entire length of the nostrils, drawing the breath in naturally, letting the breath leave naturally, and increasing the size of that triangle of sensation now from the bridge of the nose straight out and down to encompass just over top of the upper lip. So a triangle now out to the cheeks and up to the top of the nose or even the third eye, that point in between the eyebrows. And now we begin to not only allow the breath and notice the breath, but notice if you can feel any sensation in that larger area now. Sometimes it can present as temperature. Sometimes it's tingles, pressure, sensation of lightness, heaviness, any sensation. Just want you to be witness and observe this area. Notice if you're trying to make anything happen. And then come back to that area as you allow the breath to move in and out. We really are doing the opposite of trying. We are allowing whatever the experience is to begin to unfold without our control. Notice if the breath is moving in and out effortlessly, or if there's some interference, you're trying to force it. And there's no need to scold or judge. It's really about becoming aware. Allowing sensation within that triangle to be felt and acknowledged as it presents itself. So if there's no sensation, you're noticing the breath. And then as sensation begins to present, you notice how your awareness travels to the sensation. You acknowledge the sensation and come back to that neutrality that we're creating, that silent witness or observer, just observing what is in the moment. Without reactivity. And this is the beauty of the meditation practice, because it teaches us to become witness to ourselves, to witness our thoughts, to witness our emotions, and to witness sensations within ourselves and not react to them, to approach them in more of a calm and neutral manner. Because we learn in our practice that each moment brings a new experience. And so if you have connected with sensation in that larger triangle area, and you would like to move on to the last part, we will go ahead and begin to very gently scan the body for sensation. So the breath remains at its natural rhythm, and you're allowing it to move in and move out without the need for control. You begin to observe the body beginning at the crown of the head. And I like to think of tracing my awareness over each part. So each area of the crown, I direct my attention, noticing sensation. I may pause for a moment on the sensation. And if there is strong or gross sensation in any part of your body, and you find your awareness being pulled away, just bring it back. This is the practice of neutrality, observing, not allowing ourselves to be taken away from our focus in the moment. And once you've scanned over the entire head very slowly, maybe you'll allow that awareness to scan over the face. Just feeling into all parts of the face. And noticing what sensation you come across as your awareness travels there. And that awareness may begin to travel down the neck, nice and slow. And then allow it to expand across the shoulders, slowly in the front of your body, and down the upper arms, front and back and sides. And in the beginning, we often do one appendage at a time. So picking one arm and moving into the elbow, scanning for sensation down the forearm, front and back and both sides, into the wrist, the palm, top of the hand, and each finger. Merely noticing as your awareness travels slowly over your body. Coming down the other arm, upper arm, the front and the back of the arm, the inside and the outside of the arm, into the elbow, noticing any sensation over the forearm, the wrist, the palm, the top of the hand, and each finger individually. And again, if any gross sensation, any deeper sensation comes up, just notice as it brings you away. Takes your focus away from that body scan that you're doing, and as soon as you notice, bring the awareness back. Continue your body scan down the front of the body. Let it expand across the entire torso, slowly all the way down to the waist. And you're moving at your own pace. As you do this more, you'll likely get into more of a routine of how you scan your body. I'm taking you through mine. And up the sides of the body and down the back of the torso, over the shoulder blades and all the way down. Scanning over the reproductive organs and through the pelvis, through the back of the hips and the buttocks, down the thigh, front and back on one leg, the inside and the outside, over the front and back of the knee, scanning the entire shin and calf, into the ankle and sole of the foot, top of the foot, and each toe. And the thigh of the other leg, front and back, inside and out, front and back of the knee, over the shin, and the entire calf, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, and each toe. And in a longer practice, we would then move back to the crown of the head and slowly and gently scan once more until the entire body once again has revealed any sensations that we've noticed and experienced. So I'd like you to take a few moments just as you are. You can continue with that scan. You'll bring your awareness now back to that small area that encompasses the nostrils and just above the upper lip. You'll notice the flow of the breath once more. And as we close the practice tonight, I'd like you to notice how you are feeling. Maybe you notice a sense of calm, stillness within, maybe a little more peace. Maybe you can connect with that neutrality of being the witness or the observer of the moments. And know that the time that you come to your mat for practice will directly benefit your life off the mat as well. So thank you so much for joining me for this Learn to Meditate series. I hope that it has given you a nice introduction to yourself, the practice of meditation, and some techniques that you can use to find that inner calm and stillness and build upon. Whether you've joined me live or watched the replay, it's always an honor to guide you and be a part of your practice. And check out my website and YouTube for more practices to come. Have a beautiful evening and namaste.